Welcome back to the Improvement Channel. Here we go. We've got the old bathroom here. This is going to serve as the before video, if you will. Stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to have the after. This bathroom, everything but the floors sort of pretty much get changed. Floors, walls, ceilings stay the same. The mirrors and lights, but the whole shower is going to come out, and to the left you see that sheetrock. All that's going to be opened up. And the problem with opening that up is you'll have a door there that's going to open right into some glass. So do not want that. That's why we're putting in a barn door. So on this video where we're going to be putting in the barn door, I'm going to be working on two of them. So what I've got here is some poplar that I bought at the big box store. And it is slightly wider than the door is thick. Slightly, it's probably an eighth. I think this material is 1.5 inches and the door is 1 3/8 inches. So I'm sliding those sanding pads under there so that it'll lift the door up just a little bit. So when I attach it, it'll have a little bit of a edge on each side, so I can, get that eighth or so off of there, off of each side, and get everything meeting up nicely. So the reason I'm adding these is because barn doors are larger than regular doors. Your regular door is going to fit inside the opening, and your barn door has to cover the opening. So they're too short, and sometimes they're not wide enough. Now, the bathroom door that I'm building, it is wide enough because I just ordered the door wider because it was a 24-inch door. And now I took all of the stops off and sanded that down, repainted it. So it's more of a full 24. So I just ordered a 28-inch wide door. So, or a 2.4 door, if you want to talk in door terms. But, by putting this door on here that's 28 inches wide, it covers the width, but I'm having to put it on top and bottom. So this is actually the other door where I'm adding to the sides, because my other opening is a full 36 inches, and 36 is pretty much common door size, as wide as you can get. So I'm having to add both top and bottom to that one. So here we are, we're switching back. I'm not really telling you back and forth which is which so much, but this is the bathroom door we're working on, the more narrow one. As you can see, we added 1.5 inches, 2 3/4 inch thick pieces to the top and also to the bottom. So I'm getting that glued up. I put the belt sander on it first because I don't have a good planer for that. And the belt sander let me take it down, and then coming back with the random orbit to get it pretty close to perfect. And when I get it close to perfect, what I'll do is I'll take some Bondo wood filler and Bondo the whole thing up and then sand it down again, so that when I paint it, you really can't tell. I mean, I've got them up. I've had them up for a little bit now. You can't tell that it's that I've added anything to it due to it being painted. Now, if you were staining it, be a different situation, but these are not even stained grade doors. The one thing that's kind of going on behind the scenes, and I thought I saw something during editing, but now that I'm doing the voiceover, I don't really remember exactly where it was. But I had all of the other doors in the house. I took all of them down, and I'd ordered doors just like this. So I painted them all an iron ore color. Sherwin-Williams iron ore is a very popular color right now. I love it. It looks awesome. It looks great with this black barn door hardware we're going to put on here. But here I am, just going through the sanding. You start off with 80, go up to 120, 180, then 220, and then we're going to be good to go, ready to paint. On this one here, you can see the slot on the bottom of the door, and that's to keep the bottom of the door from swaying out too far. But I ended up using a roller system instead. You can catch the other barn door video I put up for a little more info on that. So I'm just putting some clean metal primer, which is just a gray primer, to get all the wood grains to lay down, and then I'll be ready to paint. do here, I've got it marked 1 9/16 down from here. Okay, so right at 1.5, just a little over. And then I'm gonna center that there. I've got it centered in the center of this style is what it recommends, at least 2 inches off the edge. So we're 2 1/4 off the edge. So we'll do that on both sides and we should have it perfect. I've got this one marked. So now I'm just gonna take a screw. I'm gonna put a speed square on it. Now we're gonna put a 3/8 inch hole in here. All right, so this is a pretty tight fit, kind of hammered them down. Make sure you have the washers on the heads of your bolts. I just double checked all that. It would stink to get all of this done, put together, and then figure out you need to add washers. And we're gonna tighten these up real tight and do the other side. Okay, so we got that put up off camera. I just put some deck screws in, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw one more in right here. I believe we've got a header going across the top here. So this is what you have to do if you don't have blocking behind the sheetrock already, which you don't unless you've built this house new construction to put a barn door in. So if you're watching this video, you're probably gonna have to put one of these up. Okay, so I got a kit that has soft close on it. We'll go a little more into that in a minute, but that's what these do. These grab it. They're gonna actually grab the door. We're gonna grab the door and pull it on open or on shut, depending on which direction you're going. So, the door should be right where we want it. And I'm gonna put a screw in here to mark our hole location and to hold things up. That's my plan anyway. Soft close pieces are gonna want those facing down and back. So you got a little catch right there. There's gonna be a piece that goes on top of the door that's gonna hook up with that. So push the door back, pull the bar up. So looks like I'm barely gonna catch the bottom of this that I put up there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this back down. I'm gonna lower it to the height of my trim instead of having this 1/2 inch or so space. All right, let's get rid of this space right here. I've got a 6-foot board here with a 6-foot track, so. Up with our spacer and our pilot hole. So I'm going to put my 9/16 nut driver in here, drive it home. Jump out to the other end and do the same thing. But before I do, I'm going to pull this screw out, and that should allow me to get everything leveled. And when I pull my spacer out at the bottom, the door should move freely. So I went a little bit high on that end. So what I'm finding now is this one's touching, and then this one here, probably almost a 1/2 inch off. So I can lower that one down over there, or I can raise this one up a little bit. And there's a little bit of an oval shape on this end. So I've got a little bit of room, so I'm gonna drill this as high as I can. And that will help me. Okay, we got Allen wrench spots here. There's the bumpers. We're gonna slide this over the end. So now, it's not going to fall off the track. I've got a 36-inch opening, actually slightly larger, or right at 36. So while you're watching me work that, let me tell you what that door is. That's the wider door. That's where I did the tops and the sides, and that's closing off our laundry room. Because that laundry room leads out to the garage, and just off of that behind me where I'm standing is the kitchen and then the living room. So that helps keep the noise down. So here we are, all glass there now, which is beautiful. I think that opened it up greatly. It would have been crazy to have a door that opened into that glass, so we don't have that. We've got a barn door there now. We blew out the tub, put a new tub in, and when I say we, I certainly mean I had somebody do all of that. That's a little above what I am comfortable with doing, but I did GC the whole thing, blah, blah, blah. So there's the doors, the new door handles, the new quartz tops, the new cabinets, custom cabinets, painted iron ore, custom countertops, and that about does it for this video. And be sure to catch the other barn door video that should be popping up here now, and we'll look for you on the next one.